Guys, it's Nikki, your local realtor. So I want to talk to you guys today about lease purchases and what they are. So lease purchase is where maybe you can't afford a house today. Maybe your credit, you don't have the down payment, whatever the reason is, you can't qualify for a loan, but in a year, 2 years time, you'll be able to qualify for a loan, and you don't want to miss out on the house today. So a lease purchase is where you reach an agreement with the seller that you're going to lease the home from them, and then in X amount of time, you will buy the house from them. Now let's go over the details, because this is what's important. This is what people have misunderstandings about. For most lease purchases require some sort of non-refundable down payment. That could be $5,000, $10,000. I mean, everything is negotiable in real estate. Now keep in mind, most times sellers will set the terms. So I've done a couple of lease purchases where I've represented the seller, and we want $5,000 or we want $10,000, non-refundable, meaning if you buy the home, it will go towards your down payment. But if you don't buy the home, that's just money you lose. Okay, next step of a lease purchase is monthly payment, what you're paying monthly. And another misunderstanding is a lot of people think that what you pay monthly is paying down what you're going to owe on the house, kind of like a mortgage. Well, no, that's not the case. What you pay monthly with a lease purchase is the rent. That's a rental payment. Now, like I said, everything's negotiable, so you can say, instead of paying just $1,000 a month, I'm going to pay $1,200 a month, and $200 of that is going to go towards the purchase price. Like I said, you can work anything out. Another thing is purchase price. So who determines what the price is going to be 2 years from now? Most times, most lease purchases I've done where I've represented the seller on, it's only been maybe for a year or 2 years time. And so we will predetermine a price, like, okay, in 2 years time, you will buy it for this price. Other times people will say, well, let's see what the house is worth then. And that could work very favorably for you as a buyer. Let's say if the market starts to go downhill, or it could work very favorably in a seller's opinion, for seller's side. For example, one of my lease purchase deals been since 2016, and the home is for in the high 100s. That's the purchase price now. But if the deal were to fall through, my sellers could probably sell in the mid 200s, and just because of how the market is. So I tell buyers, look, I know you want to do a lease purchase, but here's the thing: unless you are 100% sure that you will qualify 2 years from now, it may not be the best idea, because you've just put $5,000-$10,000 of money on the line. And if you don't have to do that, then okay, it's kind of just renting. But that's kind of your payment of being able to have the right to purchase that home. Another thing is, when I represent a seller and I have a prospective buyer who wants to do a lease purchase, I make them get pre-qualified, or not pre-qualified, but I make them speak to one of my lenders. So my lender can tell them, or can look at their financials and go, all right, yes, you've got some stuff you need to do, but if you do the stuff you need to work, we fix what you need to fix, you'll qualify. And if it doesn't happen, then it's kind of on the buyer at that point. So let me tell you before I go, a good program to do if you are interested in a lease purchase. There is a company out there. They're called Home Partners, and they're great in that you become one of their qualified tenants, and then you get to go pick any house you want as long as it fits within their criteria, which they have a broad criteria. So as long as it fits in their criteria, they will purchase that home for you in cash. Now I will say, in a competitive market where there's multiple offers, Home Partners offer may not win, because sometimes it's a little lower. It's cash. They're trying to get a good deal. And another thing to know is that they're going to be flipping the house to you. So maybe they buy it for $200, but if you buy it from them 3 years from now, you're going to be paying $240 or something. I closed on one recently, and it was a house that had been sitting for a very long time, and my buyers, they loved it. They tried to do a lease purchase with the owner. The owner said, I'm not interested in that. I want to sell it. So I referred them to Home Partners, and we closed on it recently, and they're going to get to buy the house in the future, and they're super excited about it. And so if you're thinking about doing a lease purchase, I would recommend that company. You can send me a message, you can text me, call me, and I can talk to you some more about it if you have any questions. But okay, bye.